What's up everybody, and welcome back to NWIRC. In today's video we're going to repair this Arrma Mojave 8S monster, and I'm telling you, this thing took a beating in that last video when it did 66 miles an hour and ended up doing cartwheels. Let's go. We're at half. Alright, using the full. Oh man, look at that. Oh shit, bam, damn. So I'm going to go ahead and replace both of these. Well, actually I'm going to replace all four of these turnbuckles because I do have a set of orange ones here. Thought maybe they'd go pretty good with the wires. We'll see. Because I can't find just these end links here. As you can see, that one's split in the center, and this is the side here. Hold on 1 second. This is the side here where we lost the dog bone. Okay, because this one here completely cracked. So all the damage was basically on this side, and also we had lost the fan, and that just broke the mount right there. You guys saw in that video, this fan did blow out. So I got some options for a fan, and I did get some. I didn't actually get a dog bone. I bought these GPM CVDs, okay, to pop in there into the hubs, because I want to see if these will actually work. Somebody says, yeah, just put CVDs in the back. I'm like, okay, we'll give that a shot. I don't know if there's any modification I'm going to have to do or anything, and if these do not fit, I'll just put regular dog bone in there. And also, as far as our fan issue, over here I had bought this piece here from Estes, from a seller on Estes I should say, and well, it's designed to go on the stock. It's the Arrma 8S motor here. It's designed to go. This is the same motor that comes out of the Creighton 8S or any of the 8S systems. And well, this is the heat sink for that. And the stock comes. You could put a 50mm fan on there. So I bought this 50mm adapter that will bolt on top of this heat sink. And then I could unbolt this mount and mount two 40mm fans right on the top of it. But I'm thinking, you know, we're in the fall, it's winter time. I don't think the cooling is going to be an issue, considering this here setup, this ESC and motor is set up for a 5th scale system and a 1/5 scale or 1/6 scale truck, I should say. I don't think we're going to have much heating issues. So I went and bought this Rocket 50mm fan to mount on top of this heat sink, and that'll plug right into the. So there's a fan wire here somewhere. Yeah, right here. I'm gonna plug it in right there. Yeah, it's gonna drain some of my batteries, but that's okay. I think I want to try to get 100 mile an hour out of this 8S. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. Probably just gonna flip. I had a subscriber mention that I put windows in here, so I might cut up some plexiglass. I might fill this in to help it from parachuting. But then again, this thing is pretty high up in the ground using these 5th scale tires here. As you can see, I got a lot of ground clearance where it could still parachute from under there, but that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and mount the heatsink to this motor, get that Rocket fan installed, get it hooked up, switch out the blue turnbuckles, and install these orange ones, and attempt to put these CVDs in the rear. One last thing I'd like to mention is in that cartwheel, you know, that 66 mile an hour flip, pretty impressive that that's all that broke. Somebody says, well, why don't you put aluminum ends on here? Well, no, you don't want to do that. I mean, in my opinion, because you want a weak spot. And for 23 bucks for a set, I believe that's what we paid for this, you know, that's cheap insurance. So that was the weak point of this wreck, which is fine. So yeah, let me go ahead and rip this thing apart. I don't want to show you on that in video because we already have a build series on this, which I will link below in the description, and I'll toss it up there in an iCard if you want to check it out. It's be the complete playlist on it. And but yeah, I had people saying these T-bone bumpers would be the first thing to go, and they're not damaged at the least. I mean, you can see here the road rage just on this corner, but man, these things really held up good in that flip. Very, very impressed so far. Not saying they won't crack, won't break or whatever, but that was a pretty hardcore test. So yeah, okay, so yeah, as far as the fans go, I can eliminate this 4S battery here that I that I use to power these two 40mm fans, so I'll lose some extra weight. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this all installed. All right, I got a quick tip for you guys. If you didn't catch it in the build series when we installed the blue ones, there is a front and rear set, okay? And how you're gonna know that is you look at your turnbuckle and you see this flat end here, you see the flat end there, you'll see a flat end there and a flat end there. Now we'll come over here. You see a flat end there, but you look over here, you notice that doesn't have that flat end. That's because these would be the rears, because anywhere there's a flat end, for example, will sit either, you know, on the top of like a base. Same thing here. So basically this flat end will go here, and then the other flat end, well, you get the point, you get the hint, will go there. Now over here, your flat end will go over like where your shock tower is. That flat end will go here, and where you see where there's no flat ends, that part goes right here. Just a quick tip. Stay tuned. All right, also if you're curious on where I got these 24mm hubs, I don't know if I get that to focus in, but it's JBIRC. You can search them. I think I either got them on Amazon. These are 24mm hex adapters. So if you want to run, say, big 5th scale tires, these came off my HPI Baja, and they fit great. Having no issues with them, but keep in mind, if you buy a set of 4 of these, you're going to have to get their threads. Okay, so look on their site, because you will have to get their locking nuts. They have standard nuts like this, or you get the pointy ones. I just got these because I thought they were cool. But anyway, just my opinion. Yep, so there you go. I don't think we mentioned this in the video or not, because we were switching out tires, and so, but there you go. Try to get the link in the description, or just Google it, JBIRC. Okay, another pro tip. You have a 2.5mm grub screw in there that locks in your pin for your hex here, for your hex adapter. You don't have to have a torch like this. This is my son's actually. He did order me one, but they're super nice, very nice torches. He's got me the one with the smaller head on it. But you can use any standard torch lighter, even a regular lighter. You can use your tip of your soldering iron, but you just want to get that nut hot, or just get it hot on this outside. Just don't get it too hot, because you want to Loctite those nuts in. And if you try taking them out without putting some heat on there, let me tell you, you're in for a very, very, very sad day, because I've done it before. Okay, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong here, but I did install these CVDs in the rear. Now keep in mind, these are Creighton CVDs, because we did extend this with the Creighton arms. So obviously you have to use the Creighton system, you know, dog bones and CVDs and all that. So they did not work. My kid does have a Creighton 6S that I could just keep these for whenever his break or whatever, but I do have a set of the Mojave 6S CVDs, and they're just too short. They won't work. So as you can see, they're installed. You can see how that tire has that pretty bad lean there. This is just not going to work, and even the turnbuckle won't fit, even if I tried to extend it, or it's just not going to work. You guys can see that, right? So yeah, I'm just going to have to drop in a dog bone and maybe figure out a different plan, or see how these people are installing CVDs on their Creightons for the rear. Alright guys, stay tuned. I will get a dog bone in here and get this thing wrapped up. Alright everybody, we are back, and I just want to say that I did not replace these blue ones because there was nothing wrong with them. I just went ahead and replaced the ones that were bad, and all that's going to do is allow me to have a bunch of extra spare parts. And also, I did get factory heat sink, motor heat sink installed. along with these two 40mm fans that I got from G-Force Fans that you've seen on the previous run. This is the one that fell out. All I did was detach the mount that was broke from these fans, and I installed the motor mount. This is a 50mm motor mount that will accept two 40mm fans. And as you can see, the install turned out really good. Now to do this, I had to pull the motor, this PPS mount out. I had to pull the gear off to get this heatsink to slide in front of the motor to back, because you got the motor wires back here, and I got that clip installed that comes with the heatsink. So yeah, I mean, I was going to use this rocket fan, but the only problem with this fan is that yes, I could have fitted on this mount that I got from Estes right in the center there, but the screws they sent me with this fan did not work for this mount. So I just went ahead and installed these two 40mm fans back on. So okay, I mean, we're all set up. We got the Zeee 7000 mAh packs in there, two 4S batteries, and I'm also going to test out these Zeee packs here. I haven't gotten much use out of them. I've been using them a lot in my boats, and they just don't have a good enough runtime, but these batteries are pretty light. They're only 5,000 mAh. This one's 5,200 mAh. But other than that, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try these two packs together and compare them in with the. Oh, by the way, these are the Zeee premium styles, or premium series, and these are just the regular Zeee packs, just different color. Those are also hard packs. These are softer packs. But either way, also from Mad Lizard Products, I got their GNSS case. It's a water resistant case. When I use them in my boats, I do take tape, waterproof tape, and I do tape the seams here to make it completely waterproof, because you don't want to get these meters, I'll show you, you don't want to get these meters wet at all. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this back installed. We'll get her powered up and we'll catch you out on the road and see what she does. Hopefully we don't flip this thing again, and hopefully we can reach speeds at about 80 miles an hour. That's what I'm hoping for. I'd also like to mention that while I had the motor off and this thing was running super cool, and it's cooler outside right now, I went ahead and took the 28 tooth pinion and replaced it with a 29 tooth. So I did do that. Everything, the shaft, the grub screw that holds the gear down, all that is Loctite, and she's ready to go now because it's sat overnight. Alright everybody, if you're enjoying this content so far, please hit that subscribe button and share to your friends. I also like to say this thing is 100% ready for the road, and gonna see if we can get her up to 80 plus mile an hour. So stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.